Not missing anything, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
All right, let's start off with the Southern team. Chris, you have just woken up from a nap while being on the table.
Hold on, I gotta get into character. Alright, what's up?
When you wake up, you look at everybody and they're just staring at you.
Not having very good night's sleep.
No, not particularly.
Slade leads in.
By all means, don't wait for me.
Slade leads in and wipes the corner of your mouth because you've been drooling on the table.
Did I miss anything important?
No, just them talking about their backstories. Who they are, where they're from. The usuals.
Did you learn anything interesting?
No, that's I would have already known. So, what's your point of asking me down here, other than this?
I needed to find out what you wanted to do with the dagger.
I believe I've already made myself clear on that one.
Yes, you have, though. Still can't quite understand why.
Because I'm not letting you lose it again, that's why. Ass. My decision is my decision. I'm not planning on changing it. Like I said, it belongs in your hands.
Well, do you know when the Valhalla are arriving?
Let's see. He arrived there. It hasn't been a day, right?
I don't believe so.
It's only been a few hours. It should be here about noon tomorrow.
Well then, you're free to do what you want, hon. I already got what I came to see you for.
I've been debating on making a visit to Trend.
No?
Seeing what our little friend's up to.
Who's our little friend?
He kind of looks at you, and you kind of get the hint he's talking about Cormat.
How do you know he's not in Thundercrest?
Let's just call this a hunch.
Well, good luck with that.
But I will leave the Sisterhood in your hands. I think they will be able to handle you from now on.
Assuming I don't take any more portals anywhere.
I'd advise not to. We still don't know the reach of him.
No,
If he
not
can,
particularly.
if he can reach Tanafir from Thundercrest, it's obvious he can probably reach Thundercrest to Ardent City easily.
I'll just use the old archaic way of getting places, walking. Occasionally ride a horse.
So civilized. He drops off a bag on the table. I think you guys are going to be needing this.
Oh, well, he drops a bagel onto the table?
Bag of gold on the table.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Why, what am I supposed to do with this bagel?
Chris.
Bailiff kind of perks up at the back.
He looks at you and says, "Keep it away from her."
Oh.
I'll grab it and pull it in, but how I estimate how much is it?
You won't know until you open it.
It would be rude to open it in front of him.
It's 5 silver.
I'm like, what an ass. What a big bag.
It's
The
50 coins, all of it copper.
It's all a lot of it's just wooden fake coins that are plated, but they're only about 25 copper pieces that are actually real. No. He gets up from the table, gives you a small nod, and starts heading for the door.
Is Hallam still at the table?
Yes, Hallam is still at the table.
Indeed. Excuse me.
He has his books, by the way, that Laura has dropped off while you slept. Chris.
You're with that attitude. Suddenly I'm feeling a lot more drowsy than I did 5 minutes ago. I think we had a good chance for both me and Alexis to take a nap. You guys handle all this talking today.
You know, I could say something really, really mean, but I'm not going to.
Oh, go ahead. You could text it to me then.
Yeah, I will.
It's probably about us. Oh.
No. Here, I'll just do it in the group chat so you guys can all see it.
Okay. Oh.
Now I know what one was the first one I read. Oh.
The Sisterhood get up from the table and kind of walk to the door to pretty much stand guard and watch him as he leaves to make sure he gets out okay. So all that's left at the table are you three.
Where'd you get those books?
Laurel? I think.
Laura.
I'm gonna forget it. Laura. We'll just call her Laura. Yes.
Yep.
That's her nickname. Yeah. Laura gave them to me.
Did she mention anything about a meeting?
No.
I don't believe so.
Well, then I'll have to go have a talk with her.
All right.
How are you doing, Hallam?
I think I'm holding up. All right.
You want to go on a walk?
That'd be nice. Yeah. He'll stand up actually and leave the books on the table.
Okay.
Is Timmy around?
Timmy is outside. He's the stable hand. So if you're gonna find him, he
What
always
was
be
the
outside.
father's name?
I don't know. I didn't write him down.
Samuel?
I didn't write him down.
Okay. Well, if I see the dad, I'm just going to ask, would you mind dropping those off in our room?
Yeah, he'll agree. Yeah. You hear him yell out a window to get Timmy.
Ah, Timmy!
Timmy, I got shit for you to do. Get inside. Daddy, are you
Vicious
drunk
alcoholic.
again?
I like your sass, boy. Like, well, shockingly, we have to go immediately. No, I'm
So
going to actually, I'm going to stand to Hallam's right, and I'm actually going to grab his hand with mine.
Aw.
It's adorable.
Hmm.
Till I kill one of them.
Yeah, sort of saw it coming.
Yeah, it's predictable.
You've been talking about that nuke for a while now.
Yeah. It's gotta find the right time to use it. So, where are you guys headed off to? And is Paleth staying behind, or...
Well,
Payless.
Payless is going to be exploring the city pretty much. She'll be wearing the proper cloak too. Stupid thing.
Good girl.
Yeah. I'll be shoved back in the hotel. Get another one. But she's going to be exploring the city, mainly seeing if people are about as crazy about Ardent as Hallam is, essentially. That, and if anything's weird's happening in town, because she's getting bored sitting.
Sitting and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll cut into you in a second. Chris and Waylon, you guys are headed to the
To the church or the
library again?
Yeah, library.
Okay, yep. You guys know exactly where the library is and find it easily.
I should
Huzzah.
wearing the robe again.
Well, of course, yeah. You go outside, you put it on. There's nobody at the front desk this time. It seems to be just completely open to the public at the moment.
I'm going to look to see if I can find anyone who's looks like they're not engaged in studying right now.
Well, you actually see. I mean, when you
Or
first,
if I could find Laura.
you don't find her. You don't find her at all. But then again, this is an expansive library, and it might take you a while to go through every aisle and look for, or down every aisle.
Then, if I can't see her, then I'm looking for somebody who doesn't look like they're studying.
Okay, you're finding a lot of people that are actually studying or working on some kind of project. But you do find a couple of students sitting at a table just kind of bullshitting amongst themselves.
I'm going to go up to one and say, do any of you fine young gentlemen know where we can find Laura by any chance?
They don't give, the one that you're asking, or that's the closest to you, doesn't actually give you an answer. He just points up towards the corner, the second floor corner. And if you look up there, you'll see the room that she pointed out before with the light on inside.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that chamber.
It's her room.
Her room specifically?
Yep.
Where can I find some stairs?
East wall.
You're rather curt with directions.
I have shit to do.
No, you don't.
That's not something a follower of Arden should be saying. A naughty word. No, I don't say that. I really don't.
You
You're an
totally
ass
should.
hat.
You totally should have. I'd have high-fived you. She might have blown you right there.
You'll find the stairwell on the east wall.
Well, I'm sorry to take up some of your very valuable time.
He doesn't acknowledge that, and they go back to their conversation. Bunch of assholes here.
Really?
I'm gonna head over
Actually,
to
this is the
stairs.
only asshole I've found. Huh?
I'm gonna head over to the staircase. Head up.
Yep.
Head over to Laura's room.
You see, as you come up, you see the lights are on, and you're gonna knock on the door, open the door. What are you gonna do? Hey, you guys gonna help?
Knock on the door. I don't know why you you made like such an insane choice. Like, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What's gonna happen? Could go one way, could go another. You know?
No, you don't start low then go high. You start.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing the voice. That's not what you sound like you were doing. You just sound like there was a lot of enthusiasm behind this. Like, well, you can open the door. Maybe you couldn't. Who knows what's gonna happen?
I'm Jay Leno this whole thing.
Jay Leno.
Huh?
He's a hack. Okay, Conan O'Brien it.
No.
Keep going, my babies.
Fucking Conan O'Brien. He's a joke.
He's
you're not
a
gonna-
much more talented person than you are, but okay.
You get a knock. You knock on the door, and you hear her just reply back with "Come in."
Yeah, I bet if Conan O'Brien streamed, it'd probably get more than 19 viewers.
You know, I really don't give a shit.
Kid Randy. So what'd she say?
I didn't get fired off of my show after a year. She said he can come in.
Yeah, the show. Okay.
I don't think you can call that a show, because I'm pretty sure that shit's gonna get canceled again, too, anyway.
It's amazing to redefine television, but okay.
Alexis, what voice are you talking to?
Sorry, I just thought I heard something really douchey and arrogant coming from around the room, so I had to address it.
I feel so bad I'm not there. Really, really I do.
Alexis, you fall downstairs and break your neck.
No.
You're not paralyzed from the neck down.
Well, at least you get to switch to someone else for a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Dan
I'm gonna
has-
stick on my character.
Dan-
She's paralyzed in the hospital.
Dan hasn't earned the right to be. No, I'm kidding.
I haven't earned the right to be terribly maimed.
He doesn't get on my nerves all as much as you do, Chris. Yeah, she says you can come inside.
I'll do this, that.
Alright, when you go inside, it looks like it looks like a hoarder lives here. There's just books everywhere. But you can see there's some kind of organization to it. There's some kind of method to this madness. There's you don't see the walls to this room. All you see are just walls lined with books and hallways made of books that go to the ceiling. You see some light coming out of a couple of the book halls, but you're not exactly sure where she is.
Laura?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Alexis?
try. I suck at it, but I'm gonna try to follow hear where the voice came from.
That is whatever.
Perception. Rolled a 7.
You knock over a roll of books, and you
Trying to hear.
Yes. No.
Okay.
You're listening to see where it came from. You think it came from everywhere. The sound is bouncing off all the books. Somehow.
Okay,
I hear
now.
where she is. You want me to roll for it?
What's your passive?
28.
Oh yeah, you do. Straight, first right.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just start walking there.
How far behind?
As you make the turn to the right, you see her sitting at a desk with 3 books on her desk and 2 lanterns burning. As she's feverishly writing down some notes.
That seems like a fire hazard.
Well, she ain't too bright.
She's a librarian, a college student.
Scholar.
She's
No
a-
one ever told me not to keep fire under the book.
She's a god scholar, not an actual smart scholar. She thinks
Pretty
Arden-
sure that's still considered
She will-
intelligent.
That's
She-
really
God
degrade.
will protect the books from the
She-
fire.
Yes, Ardent will protect her from the fire if it happens. And if the fire happens, Ardent wanted her to die that way.
I thought it was only for natural death.
I know!
Stupidity is a natural death.
It's more natural than burning to death.
Well, when contracts are taken out, I should just be lighting people on fire.
Surprised they haven't done that yet.
Excuse me, Laura?
Yes, what can I help you with?
Were you ever able to talk to anybody inside the church?
It's been a day, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think I can get you in with... Oh, shit, what did I name him? Notes, I gave him a stupid name.
Methuselah.
No, it's not.
Armadillo.
Chris, you're not helping.
Rangar. Draven. Skarner.
Chris,
Yes.
you should really quit while you're ahead right now.
Oh.
I don't have it. God damn it. Where the fuck did that thing go? You know, I should really, like, keep a better eye on where my lists go. Because I know I gave the one guy, his name was Gix, right? The Brigadier General was Gix. Dan.
That does sound right. Although, I wasn't in that group.
I don't recall.
Okay, I'm just gonna name the guy Los. L-O-U-S. Los. That is the 3rd. Third tier. She looks up and says, "The best I could do is getting Los, who's the third in succession."
There are lines of succession for the High Priest?
Yes.
Well, it'd be an honor if we could have Hallam could have a moment with his time.
It will be tonight at 10, if you can make that.
I can't see a reason why not.
He tends to keep odd hours.
Does Hallam need to know anything specific for when he arrives?
Not that I know of, no.
There are no rituals of Ardent or anything he needs to do ahead of time before meeting someone of such divinity?
No, when it comes to that, there really isn't much to do for that. Unless it's a special occasion, holiday, there's really nothing for it. I think you should at least study the books a little before going into a conversation with him.
Of course.
I believe that's all we'll need then.
He will be waiting for you at the main chapel.
What does he look like?
Tall man, rather skinny, bald. He's the only bald priest that we have at the moment. But then again, that might not help because he will be wearing a hat.
What kind of hat?
A pointy hat.
A big pointy hat? Never mind, I'm
Very
not-
big pointy hat. Looks kind of
Like a witch's hat?
Kind of like a snow cone.
Like a witch's hat.
Does it have dunce on top of the front of it? No.
He has green eyes, rather bony face. He's probably about 6'2".
I think that's more than enough information for Hallam to find him.
He has a huge cock. No.
That's way too much information.
Nobody's a wizard. There's nobody in this campaign named Harry either.
He's a wizard, Harry.
He'll be in the ceremonial robes. You should be able to easily point him out amongst everybody else.
Well, again, thank you for your time, Laura.
I believe you can find your way out. I know it's a
hope so.
maze in here, but I plan on getting some of these out at least by the end of the week.
You should be careful. Those lanterns look like a fire hazard.
Oh, I'm not worried. I would never let these books burn.
Well, fair enough then. Have a good evening.
You too.
No, I'll head out.
Okay. Where are you guys off to next?
I'm gonna ask if Hallam had to go anywhere.
I don't think so.
You don't want to go.
Oh, wait.
You don't want to go to a furnace and make some statues.
Later.
I'm actually going to say I'm actually going to head back to the inn if you don't mind.
That's fine with me.
And once she gets back to the inn, she's actually going to say, "I'm going to retire for a little bit if you don't mind."
Of course, he's gonna gather up his books and go to his room too.
The books are already in your room.
Convenient.
That kind, young gentleman.
Well, I believe Alexis asked them to put them in your room, so... Actually, no, the books are in Alexis's room.
Oh, then you're going to walk in on her getting undressed.
Oh. That's gonna be uncomfortable for him.
So, do you wish to go get your books?
Yeah.
You find Alexis's room.
Don't knock.
Come in.
We'll come in.
Yeah, she's getting undressed.
Big tits in your face.
I'm rolling.
Are you really partially undressed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
This is gonna be a high DC, isn't it?
Yep.
Big tiefling tits.
Oh!
Crits it.
This does not phase you at all, Hallam.
Hi, Alexis. Hi, Alexis.
I'm gonna go with it being it's been a long week. Can I have
Can I help you, Adam?
my books? I should probably read some.
Oh, she's actually gonna fire a little bit and cross one of her arms underneath her chest. She's like, "You came in here and you didn't want to see me."
You're pushing for another.
I mean, I did want to get to sleep, but if you wanted, I'm sure we could find something to spend a little time before doing that.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to. I know you're resting. I didn't want to disturb you. I just figured grabbing my
Wow.
book.
Trust me, with you wouldn't be disturbing any sleep.
Take the bait. Take the bait. Take the bait. No. Anybody else picture Hallam or Waylon actually blushing on his end of the screen?
I don't know how to react to this. Technically sexy image, but guy voice.
Penis so confused.
It helps that I'm pretty sure Hallam has no idea how to respond to this. So
He grabs the book and just bolts out. Thanks, bye.
yeah, actually, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Then feverishly masturbate in his room.
And he leaves the door open.
Yeah, I crit my roll.
Yeah, you wouldn't masturbate after that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
What if she's still undressing as you're having this conversation, though?
It depends on how you're doing it. Like I said, when it comes to you getting all over him, you kind of have to have physical contact for me to actually do rolls for him now. So, you're going to have to start touching him somehow.
Okay, you know what? Since you're here, would you mind? She's going to turn and point to the back of her bra. Would you mind helping out a little bit?
Okay. I guess he'll fumble to undo it. I can't imagine he's done this before. So
Give me a dexterity check.
He's like, I'm stuck. How?
You got it.
yay!
Thanks.
You know how to pick locks. This is nothing.
No problem. I guess he's gonna start going for it. Oh.
She's gonna hold basically the bra up with her one good arm, and she said, "I would point, but you can see the predicament I'm in right now."
Right. Is she asking him to do something else?
No, she's just kind of staying there. She's sort of just kind of she's facing you at this point.
Right.
I should know.
Does
But,
he see nipple?
I don't know. Maybe how good is his perception?
28.
28.
He might be letting a little slip. I don't know. No, I don't think so.
At this point, I think he's gonna try to go get his books.
She's not gonna stop you. She's just gonna give you a smile.
She's just slide him away from you with her tail.
I have to chase them now.
No.
No, but she's gonna head towards her bed though, and as she walks by you, she's gonna tickle your chin a little bit with the tip of her tail.
Oh,
Enjoy your studying, hon.
I'll try. It's gonna be a long night.
Well, you know where to find me if you need me.
Thank you.
And trust me, there won't be any sleep that you'll need to interrupt if it's with you. Then she's gonna growl.
He's just gonna nod and smile and leave.
He's gonna scamper out the door. As he makes a quick turn out from the door, he drops 2 of the books and scampers back, picks them up, and runs back out.
I like to imagine I'm more Wow. I think that's the word I was trying to say, but I think I was pronouncing it horribly.
Well, you're also nervous as shit and trying to avoid a situation, so I think your coordination would probably take a dip.
This is true.
I should note though, after he's gone, Alexis is going to get fully injured and then just pass out. Just like hit the bed like after the same way you would after like a 12-hour workday. Just fucking bam.
Okay, not popping a potion.
No,
Okay.
but I don't think she's having that much trouble sleeping right now.
Okay. Northern. I don't know if I should call it a team now. Northern guy.
Northern dude.
Team me.
Northern guy. You just been
Studying. Yes.
It's been. You talked to him the night before. All right. Give me. I want some checks out of you for this to understand this shit. Fortitude, intelligence.
Not Arcana.
Yeah, Fortitude, Arcana. Or not Fortitude.
Or Endurance, Arcana, and
Endurance, Arcana, and I want something else.
History?
Else. Yeah, let's go with history.
Alright, let's get the bad one out of the way first. Endurance.
Okay.
Arcana.
Ugh.
Not great. I just like that result. I'm going to use my background to re-roll that. Yes, one better. And history. Oh wow, that's terrible. All my history is? Huh. Yeah, +7.
No cantrips for those. Make sure to keep it that way. I'm going to make you use stealth rolls now for your endurance checks somehow. No.
That would actually be an improvement.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm not making you do stealth rolls anymore.
Aw.
You make it, let's see, 13 endurance. You don't make it through the night.
Sleep. Precious sleep.
You understand about a third of the book so far.
Making progress.
You do wake up extremely early into the next morning. You think you probably only got about 4 hours of sleep, which is just good enough.
I wonder where I can get coffee around here.
Well, he did say there was a dining hall down the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what they have there.
They do have coffee.
Excellent.
They also have lattes too, if you'd like a latte.
Black with sugar.
A man's coffee. Yeah, you get your coffee, no charge. Nobody's making you pay anything.
Okay.
I don't know if there's bacon, Chaos. He hasn't asked yet.
It's really early so far, just the coffee.
Yeah, I don't think the kitchen is even open yet. I would say it's about 6 a.m.
Just coffee. If they have like a piece of fruit or something, I'll grab that.
Yeah, there's like a little table of like oranges, or a little basket of oranges, apples, whatever else.
Yeah, I'll grab an apple or something.
Yeah, whatever else is edible, that would be in a basket. Bananas. Pineapple, maybe. A kiwi. Some cherries, maybe.
Alright.
And oddly, a lime.
I got my coffee, got my apple, time to study some more.
You hear loud snoring from a room next to yours as you go back into it.
Not my concern.
You could assume it's what's his nuts? Stormhammer, who's thoroughly in a coma.
The freaking dwarf gets to sleep. Alright.
So you go back to studying,
Yeah.
and after that, you're able to at least get 2/3 of it completely understood. After another 4 hours. Now you,
Alright, I'm gonna go find breakfast a real breakfast at that point.
okay, they do have bacon,
Excellent.
and it's the bestest damn awesome amazing bacon ever. They also have waffles, syrup, pancakes, assorted fruits and vegetable things.
Yeah, I get a big breakfast for myself and
Hash browns,
get kind of slowly thinking about all the stuff I've been reading about.
omelets.
Just eating kind of absentmindedly as I think about everything else.
Do you have your book with you? Reading while you're eating?
No, I don't do that.
I actually do that. Yes, there are donuts.
Especially don't do that with textbooks.
I do it with textbooks. Okay, yeah, you spend the next 20 minutes doing that. Yeah, your comprehension seems to be because you know you're supposed to recite, but you're basically should be able to recite the book back to him when you meet with him tonight. And you think you have the first 2/3 completely memorized and understood. And that's
two-thirds of the way there.
and you're basically learning that it's not just magic isn't just something that's innately built into people. It's something that is always evolving. It's something that it doesn't depend on the person. It just depends on who you are, or where you're from, what part you're focusing into. And that you're actually finding out that maybe because you're a storm lord,
Yep.
that lightning is innately better for you than anything else. Lightning and thunder.
I have always had an affinity for lightning, but I started there and then tried to master other elements. It was more difficult, but I always thought it would be more rewarding in the end. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have continued studying lightning.
Somebody made a childhood boo-boo. No.
Damn guidance counselor.
You should be a fire mage. But I'm all lightning-y. Exactly, fire. You're basically...
yeah, after breakfast I'll go back to studying then.
Yeah, you're basically learning of, let's see if I can find a modern-day equivalent, chi.
Okay.
If you understand.
The Chinese life force thing?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm becoming a Dragon Ball Z character.
Maybe. You go back to studying. I'm gonna do a quick interlude into this here, really quick. When Malik arrives inside the Citadel, he's basically I'm basically doing this to fill you guys all in what's going on up north. He's being rushed off to a secure room to basically get some tests done and to figure out what is most compatible with him. He's finding out that he is basically being turned into a Velrai. That they are going to pretty much take his memories and implant them into one of their bodies.
Whose body?
They don't know. We have to find one that's compatible first.
It's gonna be the old king, isn't it?
No, remember they threw him down fucking threw him down a furnace chute.
Well, they could have cloned. They still have something to clone. I don't know.
Maybe. No, it's not gonna be him.
Okay. That would be awkward.
Yeah. Okay, they cut back to you. Give me another history and arcana.
Alrighty, history and arcana. Well, I'm not rolling that well. Great. Oh well.
I will say, what's your passive arcana?
25.
Okay, I'll use your passive for this one. You completely understand what the fucking what the amplifiers are. The last few chapters that you don't have that you didn't have comprehended just yet were on the amplifiers.
Okay.
And amplifiers are basically an object that kind of melds with somebody's body in a sense, with their basically their internal force, and amplifies what they already have inside of them.
Okay.
So each amplifier is unique to each user. The amplifier has to accept its user, and you can't. It won't work for you unless it accepts you. So you can pretty much picture an amplifier as a almost a sentient type being.
Oh, it has a will of its own to an extent. Okay.
It is roughly, let's say, 8 p.m. And I think, I don't know if I gave you a time, what time you're supposed to meet with Cypher, except for the next day and whenever you're done comprehending the book.
Yeah, if at that point I think I'm finished and I comprehend the book, I'm gonna go look for Cypher.
You know exactly
Well,
where his room is.
if I've assuming I've eaten like in the last 10 hours.
No. No, you probably want to eat for...
I'll grab a snack first.
Yeah,
or something.
you grab something to eat. You scarf it down. I would assume you're also cleaning yourself up a little bit too, so you're not smelling like sweat and fucking BO.
Yeah,
from
if there's like a
sitting
change
in
of
your room.
change of clothes or like
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, they do leave actual robes for you to wear, like actual wizard robes, not fucking goofy shit that whatever you're wearing already.
Hide armor, yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever clothes I wear under that, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So you're actually in mage's robes.
My AC. Okay, I'll put up with it.
Yeah, like fuck I'm You walk through the hall and a fireball hits you in the face. Oh.
Okay, so my armor wouldn't have helped with that anyway.
It would have missed if you only had 2 more AC.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go down the hall. You do know where his room is, and the door is obviously shut.
Knock on the door.
He asks, "Who is it?"
It's Geddon Shikai, Master Cypher.
Come in.
Enter.
Okay. You see him always sitting at his desk as before. I believe. Hopefully, you've comprehended this book.
I believe so. I've read the chapters on lightning and amplifiers. I believe I understand the mistake I made, that I did not specialize in lightning. I tried to broaden my knowledge when I should have been more focused.
Well, specialization can help, but it can also greatly hinder somebody's progress. I would try not to specialize, but then again, for some people, it's just innately in them to become a certain way. Like Coldform. Coldform himself is fire. He embodies fire.
Well, he certainly lived up to that when the Delhi attacked. I've never seen that much fire.
Well, when a mage unleashes every ounce of their, or every fiber of their power into the world, it can create mass chaos.
It was a potent weapon. It's unfortunate that it could only be used once.
Well, that's something I'm trying to work on correcting.
Is there anything I can do to assist you?
At this moment, I don't believe you're going to be anywhere near helpful. Not to be an ass, but
Well, I
you know.
will devote myself to my own studies then.
So, are you ready? Are you ready to go completely into the thunder and lightnings?
Yes, I'm ready to embrace my heritage.
Then there's something I think you're going to need. If you go north towards Lake Rathy and the split, he as he's saying this, he's pulling out a map of his own. If you go and repeats himself, if you go north towards Lake Rathy and the split, and he points out, boop, right there.
That little gap in the mountains. Okay.
Yep. There's a mountain just to the north, which is, he is pointing to exactly this one if you zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
We believe another amplifier is there.
One that would be compatible with me,
With your...
with my element per
your
se.
yes, your element. Yes, I would believe it would be. We have yet to retrieve this amplifier, so I have yet to study it. We had nobody looking for a thunder element until now, so we had no great reason to go after it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, my companions are much diminished, though, but half the party is still to the south in the Ardent City. And Malik is off with the Velrai. I know not when he will return.
His return should probably be happening in the next... I don't believe it would take more than 1 month.
Hmm.
What they're doing is very delicate. They need time to make sure it's perfect. Because if not, he can die.
Well, heading off on my own to retrieve this object seems foolish at this point.
Well, actually, let's see something. Follow me. He gets up and starts walking towards the door, and he heads out the door and down the hall, and opens up a door for you, and lets you inside. As you walk inside, you see just a massive room with thick fucking walls on each side.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of windows, but that's really about it. I believe you've seen one of these before, and obviously
This
no
some sort of training room?
no history check. Yeah, it's a dueling room.
Okay.
He points to one end of the room, and I think you're obviously getting to. That's where you're going.
See, do I have my weapons with me? If I just came in here with a robe?
No. Well, you have. You need a focus. No, you don't need a focus.
It helps.
It helps you hit, right?
Yeah, and does more damage as well.
Sure. Sure.
Like, if he's gonna duel, I'm gonna go get my armor, my weapons, and my shield. So, yeah.
He ain't letting you get your armor. You can get your weapon and your shield, sure.
Alright, good enough.
He stands back. Alright, kid. And it's funny from him because he is actually visibly younger than you. He kind of crouches down, stretches out a little bit. He looks like he's doing some very needless stretching. And pulls his hand out towards you and waves you on. Let's see what you got.
Oh, Master Cipher, I'm sure I'm no match for... I'm gonna start to sucker punch him with lightning in the middle of my sentence.
You land. But you see no physical damage done.
Huh. Usually that has more effect.
Well, he kind of points at himself. And he
All right.
kinda-
If he's not attacking me back immediately, I'm
nope, he's not.
gonna activate Promise of Storm, so I hit even harder, and I'll toss my shock sphere directly on him. So I basically toss a lightning grenade at him.
Okay. As when you throw the shock sphere, you see he kind of throws his arms out, and you see this very clear shield form around him. Your shock sphere hits it, bounces off, and lands right next to you.
Shit. Yeah, I resist some of that, but that would probably hurt me fairly decently.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "I want to see some ingenuity, something different."
All right, I'm gonna summon my flaming sphere behind him and then charge him with my sword.
Resorting to melee, are we?
I did train with this thing. I do try to use it occasionally.
He dodges the attack, but you do see him get hit with some fire from your sphere. As you kind of whip around to get him back into your field of vision, you see him fade off and appear about 20 feet behind you.
All right, I'm gonna psych myself up a little bit with an inspiring word to heal the damage the lightning did, and we'll gesture, move the flaming sphere over to him, and have it attack him.
Yep, flaming sphere hits again. You're not rolling attack rolls for flaming sphere, right? That's not how.
It does. It has to have an attack, but it also does damage automatically if they start their turn.
Okay, well,
adjacent to it.
when the flame sphere licks out to attack, you see it hitting something that's obviously in front of him. That's not exactly visible to your eye. He smiles at you and goes, "All right, my turn." He lifts one hand up into the air. As you see, it looks like static started rising up from pretty much from his elbow up, and starting to accumulate into his palm. That's palm up to the ceiling. It looks like this is taking some time, so you do have an action. You can take an action in between this.
I'll drop Argent Rain on him, and just to cover everything around him in fire, try to obscure his vision a little bit, maybe hurt him a little bit more, force him to move in order to take more damage.
Okay. As you're looking into the fire, you're starting to see the fire starts to wrap around him.
Huh.
As
It's supposed to do that.
and the lightning starts the static that's forming around his hand starts to meld with the fire itself. He he brings his arm down and stretches it out towards you, and out from it comes this huge beam from it of looks like pretty much lightning trailing along fire.
Well, crud. Use my immediate interrupt shield. I gain +4 to AC and reflex, although that's probably not enough.
You slam, you pull up your shield in front of you, and it takes the complete force of the hit, throwing you back into the stone wall. You are...
Ow.
Hold on. You're on the verge of unconsciousness. Not from being, like, killed, but from being just concussed, basically.
Alright, stand up, use rousing words. So that's 2 healing surges, like half-ish health.
You now have a boner while you're fighting for some reason.
Damn, that lightning seems to have had some side effects.
He kind of perks an
uh,
eyebrow and goes, "That's odd. Never seen that before." You a masochist, buddy?
these robes just feel so good.
Getting a breeze and it feels weird in my balls.
Well, I'm out of just about everything.
You threw your dailies and everything at him.
I mean, my warlord daily isn't going to be very useful. I just hit him with the sword. I'll use shock sphere. I guess I'll use fire burst. Although he seems to not care about fire much either.
Nope.
So yeah, fire burst. Just cover that half of the room with fire.
Well, you're putting fire on top of fire that's already there, right?
Yeah.
Basically, a huge inferno just pretty much starts wrapping around him and starts.
Actually, yeah. There's Argent Flame on the ground. The flame sphere is still next to him, and I just tossed fire burst on top of him. So there's like 3 times the fire hitting him.
Yep. There's, as I said, there's a huge inferno. It's basically it's just wrapping all the way up to the ceiling, and it's starting to look pretty much like a flame cyclone. That's just turning in the center. You actually start seeing your flame sphere slowly picking up off the ground and start flying, spinning with the tornadic wind that's going on inside of there.
I'm just kind of looking at it, breathing heavily. I'm almost spent here.
You're looking at it and it's I don't know. Fuck it. It slowly starts to come back down from the ceiling and reaches back to the floor, and everything is completely snuffed out.
And see, do I see Cypher?
No.
Maybe I went a little overboard there.
You feel a knock on your head.
Did
There, he's standing right next to you.
Oh, well, maybe not then. It's really my best hit. So if that didn't do anything to you, nothing I have will.
You see a slight singe on his robes.
Well, at least that's something, I suppose.
You must learn to combine your attacks. Make something bigger than it actually is.
That's kind of what I was going for there, but it was all fire. This is
Well, he
not as innate to me as lightning is.
he points to the huge singed circle that's on the ground where the cyclone once was. He goes, for somebody not adept to the flame art, that was rather impressive for somebody of your skill.
Well, yeah, fire is the element I mastered second. It was more difficult than lightning, but I put a lot of effort into it.
Probably too much, I'm thinking.
Perhaps.
Try this.
If I could somehow convert the spells I know from fire to lightning.
That's something we can work on. But try this. He's basically going to stand you up, and when he does, you start feeling yourself to be incredibly healthy again. You feel like in game your surges would have been spent.
It's like I took a short rest.
Yep. But he forced it. Somehow he gave you like 3 healing words.
He's a wizard.
I want you to try to channel your soul.
Alright, so I'll concentrate and activate Promise of Storm.
Promise of Storm does what?
That's my racial power that any lightning or thunder attacks I make deal an additional d8 of damage.
Okay, that's not the prone one. Okay. Yep. Close your eyes and just think, just fixate on the pure chaos of a storm. Become one with that image. You are the lightning, you are the wind, and you are that thunder.
Yes, I can feel the lightning in my blood. The thunder is my breath.
The wind is my gas.
I wasn't going to mention that bit. It's silent but deadly.
Could be the thunder too. Give me an Arcana check. If it's lower than your passive, I'm gonna use your passive. Hopefully it's
Kana.
higher.
Hey, 32.
Yeah, that's good.
Finally good one.
You feel yourself kind of tangle a little bit, and as he's telling you, as you're doing this, he's telling you to focus harder.
Concentrate.
And you start feeling like the static that was on his body. You can start feeling kind of start arcing through your pores. If Ganassi actually have pores.
Yeah.
Well, they're human, right? They're just part.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we'll say they do. Sure. You actually start feeling like lightning starting to arc through your pores, and start traveling through your whole body. Your vision kind of starts to fade white for a moment, until it completely goes away. All you see with your eyes shut is white. As you start feeling every hair on your body starting to stand up.
I can feel it flowing through me.
Focus it from one point of your body. Focus all of it into one point. Not the tip of your penis.
What an oddly specific thing to say.
I've done it before, it's not funny. Well, it kind of was, but I think the nuns didn't like it.
Alright, I'll hold up my hand and try to focus it into my palm.
Okay. You can hear him still basically screaming into your face. You need to focus harder. It's hard to focus with you.
It would
yelling in
help
my
if you'd
face.
stop yelling at me to focus, and I could focus.
Arcana check. Another Arcana check. Again, if you roll under your passive.
Whoa, crit.
Crit?
Yeah.
Alright. You completely, you feel every fiber of that power draining from your body and start pretty much collecting inside of your hand. The let's say the goosebumps that went from your body are now gone. The vision your vision slowly returns to the darkness that would be because your eyes were shut. And you feel a pat on your shoulder, and he says, "Open."
I open my eyes.
And you see this. Okay, I'm gonna use a actual term, or not an actual thing, but an actual object, so you can get an idea of how big this is. It's about the size of a oh shit, forgot what I was gonna use. I was gonna say a basketball, but it's bigger than a basketball. What's a sphere object that's bigger than a basketball?
A beach ball?
Yeah, a fully blown up beach ball. That's in your hand, completely glowing, almost a blinding white, with looks like blue arc lighting kind of emerging from it and arcing across it. It almost looks kind of like a sun, a small sun just sitting in the palm of your hand.
Whoa. Holy crap.
He kind of smiles and points down the room. Let it go.
wind up a little bit and try to throw it at the opposite wall.
Okay. Yeah. The minute you release it, it just jolts from your hand and flies straight into the back wall, and you see a massive explosion. Concrete, dirt, bricks start flying towards you guys as they seem to hit a shield that has been put up in front of you. Debris rains everywhere as a huge cloud of smoke begins to or forms in front of you.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't think I could do that.
It's all about discipline, kid. And you see him kind of rear back and blow, and a huge gust of wind hits that debris cloud and pretty much pushes it out. And you see you pretty much remove that entire wall and partial ceiling. You're seeing you're seeing the night sky through that hole.
I'm not gonna have to fix it, am I?
No, don't worry, I've done much worse. I think they'll be happy that it's only that much damage.
I'll have to do better next time.
As long as it's not towards my room, I think I'll be okay with it.
No promises, but I'll try.
Well, if you ruin my room, I'm gonna have to ruin your face. Gives you a smile.
All right, I'll try hard.
All right, back to the room. I got a couple of extra books I need you to go through. You comprehend the basics.
Very good. I'm feeling a little spent after that. In any case.
You comprehend the basics. Now let's see if we can get you to learn the actual mechanics of this. And then maybe I can see about something with your shit, what I call them, amplifier. You guys head back to his room or to his office, and he lays down 3 books on the table. You're not going to have to read everything in these, but just basically use your own discretion. The index will tell you where to go in each one.
Very well.
And he goes, wait a minute. And he throws you a 4th, and he says, actually, this one will probably do better than all of them. And it's basically basically a lightning guide.
Idiot's Guide to Lightning. Okay.
Nah, it's a little bit more advanced than that.
Teach yourself lightning in 24 hours. Okay.
Actually, no, this ain't gonna take 24 hours. Go fuck yourself. This ain't taking that long.
They never take 24 hours. It's always more. Anyway.
And he kind of just smiles at you and goes, off with you, get out. I got shit to do.
Alright, I'll gather the books up and head out.
Okay. Chris, you back?
Does not sound like it.
Paleth. Oh, shit. I forgot about Paleth. I'm sorry, Scott. What were you, where would you like to go? What would you like to do? You said you're fleecing around town looking for shit, right?
Pretty much. He's just wandering around town see if they're about as crazy of ardent as Hallam is, essentially. Seeing if this entire city's like, have you heard the word ardent?
As you're going through the city, not one person asks you that.
Well, I'm sure not in the city. Like, you're in the city. Like, of course you heard of it.
Yeah, but if you actually stop and talk to a few people, not one of them seem as obsessed as he is.
Interesting. I'll also, like, ask around if there's, like, anything interesting happened, if there's, like, crimes happening at all.
They kind of, like, giggle when you bring up the word crimes being in the Ardent City. There are no crimes in Ardent City.
Why is that?
It's a place of God. Only worshippers come here.
Oh.
And sometimes people of your kind, tourists.
Well, do you have city guards or an army to protect the city?
No. Why
So
would a city of Arden need protectors? We have the greatest protector of them all.
if something were to besiege a city, or one of the visitors decide they want something, is Ardent himself going to come down and smite him?
No, but she starts explaining what basically karma to you.
Okay. This is a very strange city.
It's not strange just because you're not used to it.
Well, it's the only city like
You're
its
s-
type, so
You're
it's
strange
strange.
you're strange to us too.
Yes. I hate these robes, by the way. Very itchy.
They are not itchy.
To me, they are.
It's made from the finest silk of the world.
Yes.
Arden silk.
Made
But-
from Arden's ass hair.
Hope he washed before he shaved it, at least.
I don't think so. It makes us closer to Arden. Okay, maybe they are a little bit
This
crazy.
got really creepy
No.
suddenly.
No. Maybe you got the crabs from him. No.
I have godly crabs.
They infuse you with god powers.
I went to Arden City and all I got were these damn crabs. Or the-
Is there anything else you're looking for? About fucking time, Chris.
What's up?
We're waiting on you, but I moved on to Scott, so we'll be back to you in a second.
Alright, I figured you were gonna go, Scott.
I
No,
forgot
but-
Scott.
Everyone forgets me. Oh.
If I forget you, just say something like, "Hey, you're supposed to go to me next." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Fuck Dan. Scott, what do you want?" Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm just.
Oh, but
wondering
I
about
was
this-
burning things.
I'm learning about the city.
I like how you only use one shock ability, and the rest are all fire.
I use 2 shock abilities. I use Arc Lightning and Shock Sphere. That's my 2 lightning abilities.
You only have 2.
Yeah.
The rest are fire.
Yeah, or Sword.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I thought you had more than that.
There aren't very many. And yeah.
I'm basically.
It's okay, once he gets to Paragon, he can make all his abilities lightning.
Well, I'm gonna do
That's
something.
the plan.
He's gonna have that before he's Paragon, but there's
Okay.
something I'm gonna do goofy. I might actually kind of redo some of your spells to where they are lightning instead of fire.
I mean, I can just pick up a lightning weapon or whatever the equivalent is. Yeah.
No, I got other ideas. Better ones, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, Scott. Again, we didn't care about you again, so I cut away from you for a second.
Hmm.
So, what are you doing now?
She finds this town boring now because there's nothing happening.
Well,
They're just
this
all.
it's a sightseeing place.
Yeah.
It's a place people travel to for worship or just to say they've been there. There's barely any crime here. There's no reason why they need to protect the city because, they're fucking godheads.
Mhm.
See if you can find the black market.
There is no black market. There's not even an Undercity.
She just kind of like wanders around sightseeing, essentially.
You find a lot of gold as you're looking around. Just golden laden bricks on buildings, ceiling or shingles. A lot of jewels and some walls. This looks like a place if you could just go around stealing everything, you'd be set for 17 lifetimes.
And she's like walking through all this gold, going, "There's no guard. I can just take it. No one will probably see me either. And this robe can cover a lot. Just grab one. Nah.
Do you wish to partake in any thievery?
No, she'll be good in the city of Ardent. Strange as it is, surrounded by gold.
The one
But
place,
it's Hallam's town.
the one place you could
Okay.
probably completely get away with all of it, you don't do it in.
Yeah, but That woman talked of karma. Now she got me freaked out.
Why?
If I steal stuff from Ardent, I can be karmized. Karmized?
Carmenized?
It'll be caramelized.
Karma is not a verb.
Okay. Are you pretty much staying out over the night into the night?
Nah, I should probably head back before dinner.
Okay.
Walking.
Chris, you do know you went to bed before dinner, right?
Oh, she's
Okay.
aware.
How long are you gonna sleep for? Till whenever I say you wake up?
I mean, she's planning to sleep through most of the night. She hasn't gotten any sleep in quite some time, so.
Well, you did fall asleep on the counter, and
Well, that was what, 20 minutes?
no, that's at least an hour.
Even then, it doesn't keep you up for too long. When you're
We
reading
have a lot of
news.
backstory. For an hour.
Well, he'd interject what he knows too. So, let's see. Chris, you end up waking up at 2 a.m. That's 9 hours of sleep.
Not enough. I'm gonna slam a snooze alarm, even though there isn't one. Actually, if she does wake up, she's going to get on a robe or something like that.
Mhm.
Not like the city robe, like a bathrobe or something like that, if they have one.
Yeah.
She's gonna get on that, and she's going to head out. She's gonna go over to Hallam's room. But I think at this point you have to cut away, because I'm going to try to talk to Hallam, and Hallam hasn't talked to Josh yet, has he?
Nope. Hallam, you gotta go to Laos.
Yep.
You gotta go. Do you want to go by yourself, or do you want to actually metagame it and wake up Alexis for it?
Oh, I believe we had a, he'll just go by himself.
If you want to wake up Alexis, go ahead.
He thinks
It's
he
what
can.
it's what Hallam wants to do.
Sure.
So he wants to go by himself.
Yeah, I think he wants to go by himself right
Okay,
now.
you know exactly where the church is.
Yay.
It's like I said, the entire city's built kind of like a T. The roads are, and the church is at the very top of that T.
You'll
And-
head straight there.
You walk up, and it's a church that you've never seen one bigger than this before.
I think I've seen the one.
Well, no, you haven't been to Trent yet. Never mind. So yeah,
Yep.
This thing dwarfs the one you've seen in or the one you lived in. The
Oh, he's
doors
a little depressed right now. He can't help but being on all of this.
the doors are open. The two huge French-like doors, Frenchy-like doors, wooden doors.
He'll try to cautiously go in.
Yeah, you go in. It's actually well lit inside. You see a bunch of people inside of it.
Do any of them have pointy hats?
No, but you do see a man who's towards the front of the. Like, okay, picture a regular church. You know, you got the center aisle, the pews to the left and right. Then you have the steps going up to where the altar is.
Right.
He's just in front of the steps in the aisleway, standing just in front of the aisleway. And by the way Laura has described him, that looks like him.
Well, Hallam will walk right up to him.
He looks to be busy at the moment, talking with patrons that have come in and are discussing Ardent with him.
I'm gonna be that horribly awkward guy who, like, stands behind him, looking over his shoulder, waiting for him to finish.
He kind of like shuffles around a little bit, starting to look like he's uncomfortable with somebody standing behind him, because somebody is closer to the altar than he is.
I should probably move away from that.
After a few minutes go by, and he looks down at you because he is. How tall are you?
I'm actually tall. Hang on.
I
It doesn't have that information on my, I play 4E sheet. It only has it in my actual character builder sheet.
Are you taller than 6'2"?
I should be around there, actually.
Okay,
I
yeah.
may be taller.
He looks at you in the eyes and says, "Is there something I can help you with?"
Hi, I'm Hallam. I believe we were supposed to talk.
Oh, Hallam. I've heard so much about you, and you've only been in this city for, what, 3 days?
That's a shame. Word doesn't normally get around that fast.
He says, "One moment," and he turns back to the people in the church and basically bids them a good night and looks back towards you. Shall we go back to the study?
Sure.
You guys walk back to the back room. It's kind of set up just like the one that you know from back home. You go down a large hall, make a right, and he goes all the way down to the same room that Garville has. That's at the very end of the hall. And opens up the iron-bound door and lets you inside.
Actually, Hallam's gonna relax a little bit now because it's more familiar surroundings.
Yeah, it's set up exactly how it was there. It's not as dark as it was there, but it's exactly how it was.
He'll go on inside.
Take a
If
seat.
there's... Yeah, he was gonna take a seat himself.
Yep. There's 2 seats in front of his rather large desk, and he sits down in front of you. So, what would you like to discuss? I believe you were the one who wanted this meeting.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I completely forgot him, though.
I don't have my diplomancer with me to do all my talking for me.
I should have. He should have grabbed Alexis. That would have been a much smarter choice.
He'd be like, hold on, I need to go get my diplomancer, please.
Need to get my translator.
Alexis, wake up! I panic! Help! Talking.
Social interaction, not ready.
Do you have a boner?
She wakes up flailing her tits in your face.
Actually, yes. I'm sorry. I know I called this meeting, but it's a bit hard to talk about. A lot's happened in these past 3 days. Actually, one thing has happened in these past 3 days, but that one thing was a lot for me.
Well, when your faith has been misguided, it can be hard to get over.
Actually, I think the first thing he's gonna do here is he's gonna just start confessing crimes. Just open confession.
Okay, after like the first 5 minutes, he's like, how many more are there?
How many do I get through in those first 5 minutes?
First 5 minutes, about 35. Alright, no, 20, first 5 minutes, let's do... Are you just saying names and what you did to them?
Yeah.
5 seconds apiece. So, yeah, do your math from there.
Horribly bad math. My end.
Who's math good?
You
what's
need
this?
math? Tell
5?
me math. I do math.
I have
Alright.
that, man.
Every 5 seconds, he's naming a name in
hold
5
on.
minutes.
2, 12, 12 times 5, 60. So you get through 60
Yeah,
names.
60.
He gets through 60 names out of the... How many did we actually come up with?
It was like 400 or 500.
I thought it was like 750.
It was a lot.
Yeah. It was close to 1,000.
Yeah. A lot.
Like almost half an hour worth of names then.
Yeah.
Do you
A
wish
lot.
me to sit through them all and alleviate these sins?
It would give me peace of mind.
Then continue.
This is gonna go on until
Yeah.
he goes through.
Oh
all
wow,
of
I'm
them.
not gonna see him at 2 a.m.
No.
As he says, you continue. You go, and then just start, get a big old breath of air in and and start going down the entire list.
I imagine you guys were watching Animaniacs. Whatever Yakko used to do was like
Yeah.
all the cities and states song.
Yeah.
I imagine that's what Hallam's doing right now. Like
Oh God.
He's doing it to a
Belinda,
rhythm.
Maria, Henry, and all those.
I stabbed him in the chest.
Slit his throat. Splayed his body across the ground.
Okay, and when he finished, he says, and you did these all in the name of Ardent.
Yes. I was told that everything I was doing was Arden's whim.
Well, from now on, I believe you understand the true nature of Ardent.
I believe so.
Well, do you have any questions on him?
Honestly,
How big's his
None right now.
dick?
clearly, that's clearly what I should be asking. He seems to hesitate, like he's holding back a little bit, but he's gonna say he thinks he's good for now. He thinks.
Well, if you're holding back any questions, just ask them. There's no other better time than now.
Why did he leave me here?
Leave you where?
Here. Everyone around leaves, he takes them. But I get left here.
Hallam, there's so much for you yet to learn. He wants you to be here. He wants us all to be here. He just gives us a place to go when we pass on. We can't spread his name or his words where he is. We can't do his work where he is. He needs us here. He wants us here.
Tom's gonna nod and thank him. And
Why don't you stay in the church for a little while and do some praying?
thank you, Father. I think that'd do me some good.
I'll be here for the rest of the evening into early in the morning. If you have any questions, just come on back.
Thank you. He'll get up and give him a little bow and go to do praying.
Okay. You're going to go into the church. The church is actually now empty. The lights are still on. The doors are still open, but the church is now empty. And you have complete reign of the inside of the church.
I quickly start pissing on the altar. Nah, he'll get down on one knee and just pray.
Okay. Chris, it is 2 a.m.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Would I be back yet, or would I be getting back? Alright, perfect.
I'll knock on Hallam's door.
When you knock, it kind of opens.
She'll peek her head in.
You do not see anything. You see a perfectly perfectly kept bed, and the books open on a table.
She's going to sit down, and she's going to start reading the books.
Okay. You're basically, if you're reading one book, it's basically telling you the philosophy of behind what his actual end goals are, which is to basically create a what's the word I'm looking for?
Utopia.
Yeah, a utopia on the world.
Okay.
Another book is basically telling you stories of great people who followed the name of Ardent, who did great things in his name. The other is basically stories of Ardent in his first life, basically when he actually walked the earth.
Okay. I think the one she's going to take particular note to, well, she's going to follow the one that's about his teachings,
Mhm.
but she also is going to take a lot more particular note, trying to pick out names and stories of the book of famous people, famous prophets, famous
Basically,
saints
the
and
warriors
so
of
forth.
God.
Yeah, the Warriors of Arden. She's going to be reading a lot on that, trying to find names that ring out, stories that are particularly relevant.
There are no names that you are recognizing, but there are some stories of that kind of seem somewhat similar to Hallam's. People coming back from being, not misguided, but somebody who's went from a life of sin and becoming part of into his good graces again, and ascending to another power within his church.
Man, it's almost as if these stories were pitched for him.
No, there's not very many that are like that. Doesn't happen very often. Most
True.
people die before they get to that point.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Which part?
Just the last thing you said.
I said he says. Hallam said it seems like a lot of these pictures are stories are picked out for Hallam. I said no, most of them die before they get to that point.
Yeah. Okay. She's actually going to be, because she's not looking for any names you recognize. She's looking for stories that she feel were particularly inspiring, and trying to learn the names from that.
Okay.
People who live particularly valorous, pious lives, and so forth, so on and so forth.
I'm coming up with a name right now.
Should I use,
What?
should I use my name generator?
Nope. I got Michael Val for one of them. And Hannah Montana. No.
Ooh, the great prophet of Hannah Montana. Yes, very, very well respected in her time. Then she got a little slutty, but then she picked it back together. Now she's just hot.
And Hannah Ishmael are two that really stick out and that kind of follow towards where they are people who seem to have sinned and returned to grace with him.
Hannah Ishmael. What was the second one?
Michael Val.
Okay. Good to know.
Gotta circle them so I remember that's who they are. For specific stories, Hannah Ishmael was a former assassin, like he was. Michael Val was an actual, more like a thief who actually stole from churches. He never did any killing, but he did do a lot of damage to churches, fire bombings, shit like that.
Jerk. But everything works out, so I guess it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just gonna actually just to spend probably several hours reading those books.
Okay.
She'll take her robe off though.
And
Comfortable.
be naked in his room.
Yeah, boy.
I see another endurance check in your future, Hallam.
Yep.
Okay, actually no, it's not off. It's not tied though.
The shoulders are showing.
Yeah.
Kind of like that sexy little thing where they let it down a little bit.
Yep. Let's it
Just
down just a little bit.
draped artfully.
Covering up the naughty bits, but leaving everything else open.
You pretty much got it.
Why don't you just lay on his bed with a ribbon on yourself?
I was thinking about it. She doesn't have ribbon available though.
Be like,
If she did, that would be a plan.
Merry Ardent Miss.
That's a holiday now. Blow me.
It's blowjob and steak day.
Yeah, don't you fucking love this religion? No Yom Kippur, no fucking fasting, just blowjobs at Christmas. I can't help but feel this is horribly sacrilegious. Can't help but feel that you're getting a blowjob right now. Why are you complaining?
Hallam, while you're praying in front of the altar, you actually feel like a warm hand is resting on your right shoulder.
Oh. He's quite actually pleased by this.
It's a rather big hand.
You're like, no, this isn't the metaphorical hand. Someone is actually touching you.
Actually, I think I might check and see if someone's actually touching.
You see the midnight janitor standing there. No. No. No, when you look, so you're actually looking?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, when you look, you kind of see a shimmer of gold that kind of fades away.
I think he's actually gonna stop. He's gonna smile and stop praying there, and
Okay.
I think he's actually gonna start walking back at this point.
Alright. You feel it following you? No.
Start saying sexy things to you. Hallam, take your top off. Dance for me.
No,
Slut.
but you hear something coming in your ear and it says, "There's going to be a hot red or a hot chick in your room. Fucking bang it for once."
You expect him to know what that means.
Okay. Sexual intercourse.
It's just Hallam walking calmly around the road, like, I could feel Ardent with me, encouraging me every step of the way. Do her! Do her! Oh, Ardent, so wise. His pristine voice ringing in my ear. Fuck that bitch! I wanna come!
Through you. You are now my vessel.
I've been stuck watching your shitty life for the last 200 years. Fuck something!
Aw.
Put your penis in her vagina.